Well, shit, welcome to Freddy Fest 2023. It's been 5 years since my last confession. I got a whole lot of Freddy boying on ass, scrappy and gonna get. We got them retro claw Freddys. OG Freddy from back in the day looks like shit now Freddys. We got 1/6 scale Freddys. We got those old as hell, still looks as good today as it did the day it came out Freddy. We got tiny little stop motion puppet Freddys. We got them Mezco 1/12 scale Freddys. We got those ultimate part 1 Freddys and diorama by Creations Freddy. We got those ultimate dream warrior Freddy. We got the second 1/6 scale Freddy just to have enough Freddy on the table Freddy. We got them, I don't know quite what that is Freddy. We got those ultimate part 2 Freddy's Revenge Freddys. Don't go sleep. Freddy gonna get you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I can't fit it all in one shot. I lean back as far as I can here at the desk. There's no way to get it all in, so I have to go through everything. But this is Freddy Fest 2023. I think it was JJ Conroy who asked a couple of times, and maybe someone else as well. Make yourselves known in the comments. But this one's for you, and I hope you enjoy it, everyone. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at DKnight333. So it got me Neca glove. That's from part 3. And I got all my spare heads as well on the desk here. The Mezco 1/12 scale figure there. He's cutting off his finger. He comes with like 3 other heads. A whole bunch of goodies. It's a really good piece. There's a great looking piece, the Retro Cloth Part 2 Freddy. Part 2 is my favourite look for Freddy, not my favourite movie. That would be Part 1 I guess. New Nightmare's pretty good. I've still got me New Nightmare VHS from back in the day. And that original McFarland Freddy, which still looks incredible. That was one of the first ever, man toys that I ever got. I had toys when I was a kid in the 80s, but this was the first one that kind of got me into collecting again. I'd always been collecting stuff before I spotted this guy. I was heavily into comics and basketball cards and stuff. And there's one of my favorites, the Ultimate Part 2 Freddy's Revenge Neca figure. I got him in the quarter scale as well, which is the big guy here. Absolutely incredible looking figure by Neca. Amazing detail on that. Incredible sculpt, so accurate looking. Absolutely phenomenal work. Speaking of phenomenal work, you've got a boiler room diorama by Cult Creations. Minus the actual boiler because it's up in the loft. I don't want to go up there because it's really cold and there's spiders. Don't make me do it. Yep, in the background there you've got the Ultimate Part 3 Dream Warriors Freddy. Now I'm not that keen on him. Maybe it's just that head sculpt and the way the eye looks. It just is a bit kind of cartoony compared to how just vicious and accurate the Part 2 looks. I've never been in love with the Part 3 figure, but I don't know, that could change. Maybe I just got to change his look a little bit. Then we've got the original Freddy by McFarland. Now this was from a friend, Josh Adams, who sent this to me along with a Jason and a Michael Myers, the original Michael Myers figure by McFarland. And it's awesome to have this. So Josh, if you do see this video, thanks again man for sending this my way. I really appreciate the thought. And yeah, it went to a good home. It's gone into the collection with pride. And yeah, he's still good. Still really good. So I guess this McFarland figure came after that one, possibly. Correct me if I'm wrong, those who know. That's not his original glove, by the way. His original blades. I'm sure anyone who took this out of the package and displayed it in their room or in their collection, I'm sure most of you lost your blades as well. That's a damn shame. But I just swapped his glove with another Neca figure. Well, with a Neca figure to go on the McFarland wrist there. It's not on very secure, but it certainly, fills the void of not having his bleeded hand. But he's a beautiful piece, man. So I guess that one came after this one, but it is awesome to have him. And the original Freddy from the first movie, Ultimate figure by Neca, that horrible grin with the shadow covering the eyes, that looks really iconic to me. So that's how I got him displayed on the diorama here. And that is an essential piece. The Part 1 and the Part 2 Ultimate Freddy figures are definitely essentials. And then I would recommend getting this Retro Cloth one from Part 2 because it comes with the amazing artwork as well, which I was trying to find for this video.
And that's the other head that comes with it. Look at that. How good is that? That's amazing. Look at the teeth. Oh, it's incredible. And then you've got the bigger version. Absolutely amazing. Look at that. That's the other alternative head sculpt for the big guy. That is incredible. I really enjoyed reviewing him years ago. You can find the review on my channel. Just type in D-Night333 quarter scale Freddy and he'll come up. But he is an absolutely essential piece. So this funny looking thing here is my original Sideshow Freddy, and I borrowed his pants to put on this one here. It actually turned out pretty good. But I tried to repaint this. This is like the first thing I ever tried to paint many years ago. Did it very wrong. It didn't turn out too good. He looks totally barbecued. But like I said, it was the first thing I ever tried to do, really. Didn't have a clue what I was doing, but did it anyway. And the felt hat was from eBay, but it's just not really right, so I never used it for anything. I just included it in the video for fun. The original Sideshow sweater here, weathered it up and burnt it and did all kinds of stuff to make it look more nasty. Not too bad, but it's got black stripes instead of the green. But that's my original Freddy. We had some good times. And the second 1/6 scale Freddy was something I just threw together at the last second, just before I started filming, just to have another 1/6 scale Freddy, because I knew I had the stuff to do it. Obviously the Sideshow figure comes with more than one gloved hand and more than one left hand, and I had 2 heads and 2 necks anyway, thanks to a swap that I did a while back with a fellow collector. And yeah, I just chucked them together. He's not too bad. Now that is the original, well, not the original, but this Sideshow release, this one. That's his head sculpt, but he doesn't come with the top of his head, so I had to sculpt it myself and paint it and just basically add the top of his head. And it turned out okay. I think the head goes up too high, like the proportions aren't quite right. I would like to go back and do this again and do it properly. You know, I've got more experience with sculpting and painting now, so I think it would be better. But it wasn't too bad. I just didn't like the fact that the Sideshow head didn't have you can actually see the point where it starts, so I don't like that. I need to camouflage it better, but it's not too bad. I never really have it on display because I just know it's not good enough, but I thought I'd show you tonight during the Freddy Fest. So yeah, I'll redo that head someday soon. It's not too bad, but definitely could be better. I've got this incredible glove made by Shadow Fergo on Instagram, who does all my horror 1/6 scale weaponry and quarter scale weapons as well. But this is like it's a real functioning, sharp, deadly Freddy glove. It's a bit bigger than 1/4 scale because it was a little bit too big for this guy, unfortunately. So I think it possibly could be 1/3 scale. I think that's what it is. But it's incredibly sharp, and I have, hurt myself with it just handling it in the past. But it's, that's the cool thing about it. You gotta be careful. Obviously, keep it away from any kids, of which I have none. But if you did, you'd have to keep this well away from them. But yeah, amazing work by Shadow Fergo. And you got the big one by Neca, which is really nice, from part 3. Nice to have one of those. I think Trick or Treat Studios make these as well. I'd be curious to see the comparison. And then we got my main 1/6 scale Freddy, and at the moment that consists of the Sideshow Collectibles head and neck and body, and the Sideshow Collectibles sweater, which ain't too bad the second time around. They did a much better job on this one. I think it's weathered, if I remember correctly. I think I would have done that. But he does have the original Sideshow Freddy hat, not the one that he came with. And he's got the Sideshow glove and fist there. These are different black pants that I had. And he's got his Sideshow boots. And the little doll that actually comes with a Cool Models werewolf. But he's my main 1/6 scale Freddy, and I sometimes switch around the sweaters, you know, from this one to that custom one here, which is also very nice. But I really want at some point in the future to put together or get the ultimate part 2 Freddy's Revenge Freddy in 1/6 scale, because that's the look I like the most. That's the Freddy I want the most. So I hope Trick or Treat Studios start making Freddy 1/6 scale figures. I have a feeling they will, and I hope that part 2 is one of them. I really look forward to what they come out with in the future. Can't believe in such a short space of time they've given us so many Michael Myers figures and more. So I'm really keen to see what they got up their sleeve. Alright, now on to the amazing Mezco 1/12 scale Freddy figure. A really, really good piece. Great value for money. So many accessories which aren't even on the desk at the moment. I've just got the spare heads and the spare hands, but there's probably more that I've forgotten about in a bag somewhere in the accessories drawers. But every head that he came with was fantastic. The one in the middle there, you can see a seam because the face removes and you got the skull underneath. But some great expressions, and the second option for the gloved hand with just the blades spread. Beautiful base with a nice surface that doesn't get scratched or nasty looking. And just great tailoring, you know, accurate sweater with the, you know, no stripes on the sleeves like he had in the first movie. And they even include the hand with the spurting green blood from where he lops off his fingers. And it's just a really excellent piece. I may have to re-review him with the new camera here, because he's just such an awesome piece. Beautiful weathering and tailoring. Great look to the blades and the glove. The green blood, really vibrant. Very good likeness. Great paintwork. Just a piece that I have not spent much time looking at lately, but I damn well should be, because this is awesome, awesome Freddy figure. I have to say, with this quarter scale Neca figure, this angle I got right here, that has got to be, collectibles wise, including any price range, statues, figures, whatever, that's got to be one of the most accurate looking Freddy pieces I've ever seen in my life. The expression, the hat, everything about that. Can you imagine if like some professional artist decided to repaint this head completely? Not that it needs it, don't get me wrong, I think it looks absolutely incredible. I'm so happy with it, but you can only imagine what like a custom painter would do with this. If anyone out there does that sort of thing and you're watching this video, get in touch with me, because I'd really like to get that head sculpt repainted. Again, it doesn't need it, but it's just, I have to say, I was just filming, this is like stuff that I'm filming after the actual video has been done. I was just getting some rotating base footage for the end of the video, but I was just getting this angle here, and I thought I have to talk again and just say that is one of the most accurate looking Freddy pieces I've ever seen. Just this angle here, I mean, from any angle this piece is incredible, but the tone of the sweater, the colouring of it, the weathering, all the proportions, that look, pure evil. Yeah, absolutely adore this piece. Might be my favourite Freddy piece in the collection. The Neca quarter scale part 2 Freddy. Incredible. I mean, look at that thing. Alright folks, before I wrap it up, I'll just tell you out of what we have here that's not custom, just stuff that you can actually buy outright without having to worry about all that, which ones are what I think to be like the essentials. So I would go with Freddy Part 2 Ultimate Figure by Neca. He's an essential, he's just fantastic. I really like this retro cloth Freddy from Part 2, also by Neca. You know, his sweater can look a bit, you know, thick and oversized, but if you get him in the right pose, you can kind of get away with it. He still looks a bit funky, but he's kind of meant to because it's the retro cloth look. But I just, you know, the head sculpts are incredible, and the hat sculpt on this particular one is just awesome. Really, really well done. So I definitely would recommend the retro cloth Freddy's Revenge Part 2 Freddy. Also, obviously, got to recommend the Mezco Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1 Freddy. That is just a no-brainer. And as is the huge and awesome quarter scale. They're all from Part 2, apart from the Mezco one. But yes, another Freddy Part 2 Freddy's Revenge by Neca, this time quarter scale. Definitely get that if you can. And the Sideshow 1/6 scale Freddy, as in the one that's on the box, not the modified one that's here. This release, I mean, it just needs a lot of work. I was not happy with him out of the box, really. Had to swap a lot of parts and try and just live with what I've got until something better comes along. It's pretty good, but I really want a decent Part 2 Freddy. I'm sure that day will come. Oh, and the Ultimate Part 1 Freddy by Neca as well. Absolutely awesome. And the diorama that he's in is made by Cult Creations, like I said earlier, but he will be at what's it now, For the Love of Horror in Manchester this year coming up, that event. He's going to be there with a stall selling 1/6 scale dioramas and probably Neca scale dioramas as well for like Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason, Ghostface, Art the Clown, all that stuff. So if you're going to be at For the Love of Horror this year coming up in Manchester, put some money aside for some of those dioramas. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed the video, folks. Drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, DKnight333. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Sweet dreams.